Hi guys, I'm Jeff the Seattle Ring Hunter, and this is my sand scoop. For those that are into metal detecting, this is a pretty common device used on the sandy beaches when looking for relics, coins, lost jewelry. You locate something underneath the sand, you can take and easily shove this little scoop down in there with your foot, and you can take a big, deep scoop of it, and you have to pull it up, and sometimes that much wet sand puts a lot of weight on the end of it, and if you've been doing this for a couple hours out there, your wrist, especially at this angle, if you look, trying to pull up, if you're pulling up like this, it wouldn't be so bad, but your wrist is half cocked, so you've got a real bad ergonomic design here. So just a little bit of tension on your wrist, and it gets tiring after a day's worth of digging. So there's been companies out there that have come up with Rex T-handle, I think it is, or Raptor, I'm sorry. Raptor is the name of it. There's like under 20 bucks a plastic handle you can buy and attaches to either a wooden or metal shaft scoop. Well, I decided to go ahead and do a little DIY project today. We went over to the local big box hardware store and got into their PVC pipe fittings, and was quite surprised to find some fittings that I think might do the solution for a little bit cheaper. The price wasn't as big of a deal as just wanting to go down and see what I could put together a little quicker, and it's always kind of fun to come up with your own design. So let's go ahead and show you the parts that I have that are going to work. This is a Royal stainless steel sand scoop. It actually has a threaded section in here so it breaks down when you want to put it in for transport or storage, which is kind of nice. This one here, being stainless steel, is going to last a long time, but it is substantially heavier than one with, per se, like a wooden broomstick handle on it. They do make a lot of those available as well. So I was actually pretty fortunate to find the pieces that I was looking for to come up with a solution I think that might work pretty well with these PVC fittings. My initial thought was that I was going to get some type of a T-coupler and have to take the cutoff wheel and cut it open to be able to fit onto the shaft in the way that I wanted to, and to be able to clamp it to some degree. And I actually found this piece here. They've already cut the bottom out. They actually make it so you can clamp it over an existing piece of PVC line without cutting it open, just as a support. And it's 3/4 inch, and it just so happens snaps right on, and it fits really nice on the shaft of my sand scoop. And of course that's not solid and wouldn't be a very good solution, but later on I'll demonstrate by putting these hose clamps around it, stainless steel, so they won't corrode out as well over time. They should last a while. Very cheap. I can cinch that down and it'll put it into place. A threaded coupler here will go on. This is actually a trap. I just happened to see that, and it actually makes kind of a contoured handle, and kind of nice. And just a cap on the back end here. And then I'll cinch that down really tight, and I'll put some PVC glue in there that I had in the garage. And I was able to put this whole solution together pretty reasonable, just under $7. There's enough handle there to grab onto, and I think it's going to be a pretty good solution. So I'll go ahead and put this together and be back with you in just a moment after I get this all glued up and put into place. Just a couple minutes of time, couldn't be any easier. Now I will say with this solution that you're going to have to measure the outside diameter of your shaft on your sand scoop. If you have a wooden one, and possibly a little bit thicker, like a shovel handle type, maybe a little narrower. I'm not sure if this solution is going to work for you. So you might be better off just going on Amazon and ordering the one that's been manufactured for this. That's a pretty common, easy part to get. The one that they've manufactured just has a straight handle coming up, plastic. So I'll go ahead and put this together and we'll be back in a minute. So there we have it, the finished product. DIY T-handle, contoured grip, so for your sand scoop, and it fits the hand just really nice. It really does give you that mechanical advantage to where you could probably scoop a lot longer without having that wrist problem that we spoke about before. Your wrist is kind of straight on. You can pick up heavier loads And it's just kind of a cool little DIY project. There's nothing really too fancy about it. It just seems to work. So kind of like those kind of projects. Come up with an idea, find a couple solutions real cheap. Like I said, it was under $7 or $8 over at Lowe's Lowe's Hardware. It's where I found this special tee that I hadn't really seen in the past, and I hadn't really seen ones that snapped on where the bottom was open already, so that saved me a lot of time cutting a traditional T coupler down with a cutoff wheel on both sides and then putting the straps on there to give it so it has some type of clamping pressure. But this thing is not moving. It's solid, it's locked in, it's not rattly. It's actually got a good similar diameter as this here, and it's actually going to work real well. PVC pipe ain't ever going to corrode out. It's going to last a long time. Stainless steel on the hose clamps. Doesn't get much better than that.